And we're back, baby. Back in the US. By the way, I think I need to replace that flag. That's the OG flag from back when Hoonigan was here. And it's a little tattered at the end. And to show my respect, I'm gonna get a new flag, but we will keep the old one. Mia, welcome to Compton, California, girl.
Let's go.
First time being at the new HQ, but before we get to all the exciting things, I need to address something. I need to have a little father-daughter conversation about you guys who are hating on my daughter being on the channel. I've got something to say to you. All right, we're gonna address some of the hater comments, which by the way, I'm gonna make it clear right now, I don't appreciate. Running this company is extremely hard. Having people be disrespectful in the comment section, hey, if it's about me, I could care less. But when you say something about my family, oh, I'm gonna have something to say about it. And you maybe forget when you write stuff in the comment section, there are usernames, and I will screenshot them, and I will read out some of the nasty stuff people have said about Mia being back on the channel. Now, let me make something real clear. My daughter is a strong, independent, confident woman. That's how I raised her. She didn't have any issues with you guys saying this. This is actually me having an issue with it. But I'm just gonna read some of the comments and we're gonna address some of the stuff. And there is an elephant in the room that we're also going to address now that Mia's back on the channel. And that's right, she's back on the channel, whether you like it or not. Get a little closer since the majority, for the record, the majority of you guys love Mia and we appreciate you. Dee fam. Okay.
I was doing it too.
This is the first comment. You'll see it on the screen because I'll have Jamie post it up there. Fun fact, we come to DDE to see you and Dave, etc. Not your daughters. Keep them off the channel. We don't want to see that. Well, I'm sorry, Wavi Paso or Peso, whatever your name is. My daughters are a part of this brand. They've been a part of the brand since I started this channel. So they've been around before you were around. I love my kids and my family will always be a part of whatever they want to be a part of in my life. And I'm making my daughter, for the record, work for this.
Yeah, I was 8 when you started the channel, I believe.
Facts. Just another Gen Z that wants to shun responsibility on working and making their own life, instead take the easy way out and live off mom and dad. For the record, my wife is not her mom, it's her stepmom. She doesn't live off her mom, which you don't even know who that is. And then it says, Damon, big mistake. Let her make her own way in life. Just another kid who can't make it in the big world. Mia, for the record, works 2 jobs, and one of those is just simply serving in a restaurant, and she's done that for quite a while now. So that's literally where I started off with my first job, and Mia's working at a restaurant that has nothing to do with our family. My first job was actually working in a restaurant that my mom owned. So does that make me living off of my mommy? No, of course it doesn't. You still gotta put in the work. Second of all, Mia coming back to the channel isn't the easy way out. You clearly don't run a YouTube brand, especially one the way we run it. The cars and the type of content that I decided to make is extremely expensive. YouTube is extremely hard to do regardless of that. The creativity, the daily uploading, the travel. I'm not from this country. Every other week, Dave and I travel from an international country. We gotta go through customs. We had to apply for special visas. We had to invest our actual money and take risk on that level into this country, employ people who are Americans. It's no joke. So I get pretty offended and insulted when people think that this is just all easy and that Mia coming here is somehow the easy way out. In fact, it's harder than anything she'll do at the restaurant job or the other career that she has, which we're gonna get to in a second as well. I don't know, William, until you walk a mile in a YouTuber's shoes making content, see ya. Can't think of a video, so I will just fake give my daughter a supercar because she can't drive it by herself. That makes no sense. Mia can drive a supercar by herself, and I'm not fake giving anything to my daughter. I am gonna get her a car. It's called the shopping phase. Taking you guys with us on the journey to go find Mia the perfect car, because this is a serious thing. Like, we wanna get the car that she's comfortable in. We wanna get a car that has room to grow, to be designed and to build upon. And there's good choices and there's bad choices. There's cars that have lots of aftermarket parts to do cool stuff with, and then there's cars that have nothing.
I have to prove myself behind the scenes of the camera. I don't expect to just come back and be given a supercar right off the bat, which we have discussed.
For the record, Mia's on a 90-day internship with us. I put her on that because I want to make sure that we're all doing the right thing for the company and also for each other in our relationship. I gave her a huge list of homework. She has to learn how to operate the camera properly. Lighting, sound, speak in front of the camera, how to shoot a scene, how to frame a scene, all this stuff that we think about when we make videos that now is on autopilot for Dave and I, she has to learn, and she has to learn in 90 days. It took me years. This is a fast track to seeing if Mia can actually vlog. Because the goal is not for me to hold the camera for my daughter, it's for her to actually vlog for DDE as a creator. Yes, she has an already built platform to come in on, which does help a lot. There's still no easy task to make a video, come up with an idea. She has to come up with her own titles and thumbnails. She has to learn all that. Watching a dizzy blonde who knows nothing about nothing and wants to live off daddy's pocketbook is just off-putting. I know it's your daughter, but this is what's wrong with kids today. Life is tough. Get over it, kids. I don't know what this person's problem is. Hater level extreme at this point. I don't think there's any problem with maybe the Gen Zs of the world. I think maybe you just need to look internally at why you're so pissed off. For the haters that have a problem with my daughter being back on the channel, she ain't going anywhere unless she chooses to not want to stay here. And I'm okay with that. Not everything is permanent, right? So we try things out. I try things out to keep the brand fresh and to keep things going. I hope you enjoy Mia when she's on the channel. She also brings a cool female perspective. It'll be fresh, it'll be fun. I'm super pumped for this.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I love spending time with her, and I love that she likes cars, and she likes cars the way I like cars. She likes to drive cars, she likes to style cars. Is Mia gonna wrench on her own car? No, she's not. So let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah, okay, do I get to read this one?
All right, come in closer for this one.
All right, okay, this one says, glad she's back. Hopefully she deletes her bootleg OnlyFans page.
All right, guys, does Mia have an OnlyFans page?
No, I do not have an OnlyFans page.
However, she does work with an ad agency that's called Fanfics. That's a social platform that is the clean version of what OnlyFans originally thought they were gonna be, which is a community that you can go and connect with the creator that you are interested in connecting with. So if you wanna learn something about a creator, if you wanna go and know more about them, you can connect with a creator through Fanfics. That's what my daughter does. It's the equivalent of basically posting like what you would post on Instagram, but there is a paywall, and that helps creators to do this full time and create. Hopefully one day doing the side hustle can allow you to leave the crappy job that you might not like, working at Starbucks. Like Dave, he wanted to leave Starbucks, or working at the restaurant, or wherever.
It is an extremely great form of income, but yes, it's not a super difficult job by any means, but also when I started doing this, I asked for his advice and guidance throughout that entire process. He was very much involved with me deciding on if I wanted to do that or not.
So, for the record, no, Mia doesn't do anything weird or crazy. She's also an adult woman, so what she wants to do at the end of the day with her and her body, that's up to her. But it's not adult, you guys, for the record. But go check it out if you're interested. I give it 3 to 4 episodes max with Mia, just like the last time. Well, hold on. You were in more than 3 or 4 episodes.
I was. I also was 17 years old.
Yeah, and you had a car, a full-blown Lamborghini. We did modify that, wrap it. We did a whole merch line around it. So we're gonna crush this. For the record, this is gonna be an epic vlog. We have a bunch of cool stuff going on today in the video. And I'm gonna read this last one. It says, I'm only 3 minutes into the video, but these comments aren't nearly as disrespectful as I was expecting. Good job, mates. More of a shout out to all the people who've been respectful, excited, have congratulated me on her return to DDE, and let's get this show on the road. Enough of the hater stuff. I just wanted to address some of that stuff.
Totally. I just think it's kind of funny, and I appreciate everyone who loves me on the channel, and I'm so excited to be back here.
Sometimes dad's just gotta handle business. We have things going on with the Murcielago. My wiper that I still hadn't had fixed since the Gold Rush Rally is going to get fixed. Mike ordered that for me. And unfortunately, my door regulator yet again has failed me. Guess how much a door regulator is for a Lamborghini Murcielago? Do you have any guesses?
50 grand.
What?
I'm just kidding, I don't know. Like 20, 25? More?
25 what?
$1,000.
For a door regulator?
I don't know, man. It's a Murcielago, it's a Lamborghini. Aren't they like a lot?
It's $2,000.
Oh, that's...
Which is a lot for a door regulator, for the record. Guys, I want to introduce you to someone very special. My oldest daughter, Mia. Mia?
Hello, how you doing?
Formula Drift champion, Mike Essa.
Thank you.
Show him respect.
Tim with the dirty. My hands are dirty.
And this is Tim Dog.
We can do elbow bump.
There you go.
There we go.
I hear you've been supercar shopping.
Yeah, working on it.
That's a sick car, by the way.
It is a sick car. Look at the one that he already has that he hasn't even driven yet.
This turned out way better.
So crazy how much different it looks now.
Holy shit. balls. This is the brown bronze faux Lamborghini painted project car that we got Tim that he drove into the wall at the last
Yeah,
shop.
I was gonna ask you, what kind of car is this? Like, does it have a name?
Well, it's named the Pagani. What are we calling it again? What do we call it?
I don't know. We were deciding a new name, me and Dave.
A new name?
Nobody's
Really?
chosen one yet.
He's gonna be called Gold Member. He's gonna wrap it gold.
Gold member. This car is crazy in person, and it's got so many angles. You can actually see a lot of the F1 inspired lines.
So much
Yeah.
more so now. With this color, with the black, it looks so good. That was definitely the right choice for the color.
So what's actually wrong with it? Why don't you drive it?
It was not really wanting to make boost. They're,
Am I close?
You're close.
I could get closer like Dave does.
Oh, okay.
So-
David gets really close.
So explain to me what's going on with this thing, because I want to see this, I think, on the road even more than these guys. And I know you guys are excited for this car to be on the road. Wait till you see this at an event.
Yes.
Which, by the way, we're going to display it publicly for the first time, whether it runs or not, at the next block party, which is Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. here at the DDHQ. We're going to go bigger and badder for our next event. That's August 13th, the night before we leave for Car Week. You have to stay that night, by the way, and protect it.
I will stay. I'll stay.
By the way, Dave said you already scratched the door.
They weren't spotting me.
Damn. Damn.
I was told to
Bro,
keep going.
the disrespect.
No.
The disrespect.
Coming out of the body shop where they just spent like 1,000,000 hours painting this thing and making it look awesome.
Evan looked at me and then he was like, "Oh, did you get stuck?" And I was like, "I don't know. Did I get stuck?" I just kept going.
Dude. Dude.
Walls are not Tim's friend.
Fences are not Dave's friend. Walls are not Tim's friend. And we'll leave it at that. Dude, it looks insane. Let's get this thing back on the road. I want to see it driving. So whatever it takes, you guys have a shop. I heard whispers of that you're gonna send it to, and they're gonna rewire the whole thing. They're like an actual, what is it, Gen 2 or an MR2 shop?
Yeah, and I think
Dave talked to them, but we haven't heard anything from Dave. So
Yeah, but so
Dave's
that's
MIA.
in the works. He's you know, he's not here right now, so
He's not. Dave? Dave's not here. Dave?
out of sight, out of mind. It's not happening. Dave doesn't see it. When he's back here, then I'm sure he'll be like, "Oh yeah, we got to send that car out."
Fair enough. What do you think of the Senna? Your first ride was yesterday.
Yes, it's crazy. The glass on the door is insane. I'm like looking out on the freeway. I could touch the ground. It's so close. Crazy. It looks like a UFO to me. I love it.
Speaking of which, I said, hey, have you seen my new plate yet? Go to the back and read it. How sick is that?
DDE UFO. Well, that's fitting.
Jump in the passenger seat. We're off to go and meet up with some very good friends of mine. You guys know and love them. I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but they're in town because of Car Week, and we're all about to get super rowdy. So come along and let's go say hi to some of the boys. Some of the boys are still landing right now. I saw some of the boys are also stuck in customs. Hopefully no one's done anything they shouldn't have done. Full start. I'm gonna give you a quick little drive around what we have officially coined the block. This is where we do the donuts, the mayhem, the craziness. I mean, it's DD, baby. Every day is super crazy.
Oh, feels good to be back.
So I know you like McLaren,
Yeah.
but what do you think of the Senna?
Oh my, it's amazing. It's the craziest McLaren ever. Love it. All time ever.
Technically, well, it depends on, I mean, look, it's personal choice. Like,
True.
a lot of people are like, the McLaren F1 is the best McLaren ever made. Some people might not believe that. They might believe that a modern McLaren, where they actually built the motor and everything themselves, versus putting a power plant from BMW in it, is the best McLaren ever made. So maybe like a P1 or the Senna, for example. So it's personal choice. So if you believe this is the best McLaren ever made, definitely the best McLaren you've ever been in,
Definitely the best McLaren I've ever been in.
then it can be that for you.
Yeah.
It is also Dad's first hypercar,
Crazy.
which I'm very excited about.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I just spotted something behind us. I think it's gonna interest you. I know you like these. A Porsche.
I love it.
And it's even a convertible. What do you think?
Oh, nice.
Dude, it's got the sick duckbill too at the back.
Oh, I love them. Yeah, beautiful cars.
So cool. I think that's maybe the brand, but should we still go shopping?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got some friends down here with supercar dealerships. We're gonna take Mia shopping while she's here this week. And we're gonna go look at some of the top tier exotic cars that potentially can fit Mia. And a couple of them are Porsches, like crazy Porsches. You're not gonna wanna go anywhere this week. We're gonna have some crazy, crazy vlogs. Okay, Mia, we are at our undisclosed location. I promise you this place is not a dump.
Oh my God.
What?
Pretty great park job, I'd say.
Thanks.
Nice location to park.
Wait until you see what's inside this building. Some of the craziest cars on planet Earth.
Oh.
Yeah, we're actually here to meet friends, but they happen to be here at this place where craziest cars on Earth are. Oh, look at these assholes. Bro. Welcome to the great United States of America. Get in here.
How's everything, man?
Mark, good to see you. You too, brother. Oh, you always look so sexy. Man. You
swear. I swear.
Is it a seafood diet? Seafood and eat it? Nico,
you are?
I have someone special I want all of you to meet. Dan, thanks for having us in your amazing place. By the way, I'm gonna show you guys the car collection. When I said the craziest cars on planet Earth, sort of an F1, everything's here. This is my oldest daughter, Mia.
Nice to meet you.
That is my youngest daughter. I only have one daughter. She's also called Mia. 7 months old now.
True. Catch up, will ya? That thing still work or what?
It still works. It still
James is like, I love it.
Watching this unfold.
Are you chaps ready for a crazy week in Los Angeles and then a crazy week in Monterey?
When we say crazy week, you know it's a crazy month. Like a month from now, we are in Vietnam.
Yes.
From now. So this,
Yes.
this is about to go wild for a whole month. Never mind.
So did you know I might not be doing gumball?
No? Why?
What? No, you're not.
What do you mean?
I have a whole video on it that I have to tell you guys about.
Are you actually joking or not?
I would do it if I had a car.
It's like real life.
I'm in the same situation.
Clickbait or what?
Doing gumball.
No. Can we ship a car over? Because the shipping company lost my car. I'll explain later.
We were sort of half
explain
joking
that.
about this earlier because he was trying to track his car in a container.
I couldn't track it. Did
He's
you lose your tracking
Exactly
too?
that box I meant.
Hey, did you lose your
That's a
tracking?
fake card, by the way.
Do I slap him to bring him back to this conversation?
So he's in
Well, sorry.
Were you trying to track your car and you
Yes.
can't track?
No.
You could track it and now it's disappeared.
It's gone.
Dude,
It's
is it all-
it was 20 days ago.
Are our cars on the same?
Do I need to be nervous
on
now?
the same boat? Oh my gosh, that's a whole separate video. I'm gonna explain it all to you guys. Stick around for that. No bull. I think my SVJ's lost at sea.
Actually, that's a bigger problem
Like
than
the
mine.
last thing
The car I was
20
going to
days ago.
take, that I haven't mentioned to any of these people yet, isn't built.
Hold on. That's a different story. What? Your car's
Even in
lost.
a couple of weeks, you bollocks.
Your car's lost, my car's lost, and your car's not built.
Yeah.
The first 3 guys to walk 3,000 miles in Asia. You know what? I'm going back to get the malaria shot I said I didn't need.
Who am I driving with? Max.
So the founder doesn't have a
Founder
car.
of the rally doesn't have a car for his own event right now.
Shut up.
I'm not joking. It's a real story. So
This
at the
is
minute
so
we're trying to-
depressing, I might just quit my diet and actually splurge on some pizza.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So I need our boy Mr. JWW here to explain the insanity that is this room and what's in it.
I only recently stepped into it myself, so I'm still, it's like an attack on the senses, right? It's kind of like really overwhelming.
But you know a lot about eggs. And
Yes,
a lot of other
for sure.
cars in a way that you can articulate it. You're such a gentleman, you have a great vocabulary, and I'm the with
Well,
no
yeah,
back.
this is what-
No, but you really are.
Like, this one's a
Compared to me, I don't know anything.
Well, you
So
can
let's-
educate us on these.
Correct. SVJ Roadster, let's skip
Roadster.
that. Not as
All
special
right.
as the next up. Mia loves Porsches. So a Gunther Works Porsche, fully exposed carbon. What can you tell Mia about this car?
It's based on a 993 generation Porsche.
You want to take notes, by the way, because every Porsche 911 is like .24.6.
Yeah.
You don't
Strip and
actually
dip
take
them.
notes. I'm messing with you.
No, I will. I literally will. I need to learn.
When we get to the back of that room, there's going to be an exam. So
I want to know
you need to-
everything I can about Porsche. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Restart from the top.
Okay, well, this is a weird place to start because it's technically not a Porsche anymore. They receive a donor car of an original classic Porsche, which is called a 993 Porsche, which is
Okay.
a generation in the 90s. And they strip and dip that car and put it through a totally brand new re-engineering and reimagining process. Top line improves everything about it. Wider, lower, lighter, more horsepower. In this instance, a complete carbon exposed body. It's a celebration of that car. That started off as like a passion project, and then it became a fully commercialized program where people commission their own one-of-one interpretations of how extreme a Porsche 993 platform could be.
Wow.
How much is this car?
This is about $1.2 million, I would say. Yeah.
Writing that down.
Aventador SV, special car. SVJ, very special car. But this is the Lamborghini Centenario. Centenario. This car is insane. In fact, most people don't know this because I never advertised it. I tried to buy one.
Really?
Someone I know had one. They had it up for sale. They wanted $2 million for it. And I came this close to buying it instead of buying the P1 or a Senna. It's actually bulletproof to drive. It sounds as good as the SVJ, but dare I say better because it has some special tuning to this car that no other car got.
Ultra rare.
Ultra rare, 20 of them.
20 of these, 20 Roadsters.
Yes.
One of the big updates was the infotainment on these.
This has like the Evo style.
Exactly.
This
yeah,
was before they came out with the Evo Huracan.
But this thing had active aero as well because it had the retractable wing.
Bugatti Veyron P1-esque,
Very
right?
P1-esque,
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's got one of the most aggressively sculpted diffusers on a road car.
On planet Earth has this crazy rear diffuser that looks like nothing I've ever seen.
This is a Lagonda Taraf. It's a sub-brand of Aston Martin. They made 120 of them worldwide, so globally it's not the rarest in here. In the US, there's 2 of them.
So this is one of 2.
There's 1 or 2. And there's one that went to Mexico, too.
It's cool that it's rare. It's the ugliest car in here.
It's different, right? Yeah, it's different.
See? Gentlemen, different. Ass ugly.
Okay, so this is a Huayra BC Tempesta. A Huayra BC was an edition of the Huayra, which was sort of earlier on in the Huayra platform's life. Then they offered this Tempesta package, which was like a $750,000 suspension aero upgrade pack.
Little upgrade.
Just a little upgrade.
Small upgrade.
Like, Senna money.
The entire
an aero
car
pack.
for a
Right.
wing and a diffuser and a few things.
Yeah, however, I mean, there's lots of really cool things on this car, but in the early days of Pagani, they developed a proprietary carbon fiber material called carbotanium. And this is not a word out of X-Men, this is really real, right? So down here, you can see more conventional carbon fiber weave, right?
Yep.
There, that is the actual tub, as in the chassis of the car. If you look really closely on that, there's a silver weave in there. That
Okay,
silver
yeah.
weave is titanium thread, okay? And so they weave titanium amongst the weave of the carbon fiber. So it's stronger and lighter because it forms the actual foundation of the chassis. And that is proprietary and pioneered by Pagani on that Zonda over there, which we'll speak about in a minute. But that's carbotanium.
What's Zonda?
What's Zonda?
We're at the Huayra.
What? Zonda F or Cinque.
Don't skip ahead.
But I just think that's cool. Like,
James,
I
you're a
remember
YouTuber.
it.
Stop screwing up the retention of this video.
Sorry, yeah. The next Zonda you'll see is in the next video, but you have to watch to the end to find out what's coming.
Just look at the madness and the level of detail that is Pagani.
It's unbelievable.
The leather, this is what holds the bonnet for the engine down.
Yeah.
If we were
So
to
the whole
open
rear
this,
engine clamp.
if we were to open this and show you the engine, it's like jewelry, which you would love.
You undo this one, and I'll undo that one over there.
Oh no.
So it's just like a belt buckle, and you can open this, pull that,
Okay.
there,
Yeah.
and pull straight up.
Oh my.
Look at that.
Moly. I don't even know what I'm looking at really, but it's shiny.
That's what I meant by absolute
Yeah.
jewelry and art in here.
So
It's crazy
The
because
cool
it's covered.
thing-
Like you can
Yeah,
see a lot of them, but this one isn't even
brilliant.
being shown off.
And typically, if you pull this open, in that bag is a custom leather bag, as nice as any designer bag, if not nicer.
technically, it's a $4 million handbag because you can't get the handbag without the car. So, it's,
May's got nothing on these suckers.
makes your Birkin look pretty cheap.
Yes, that thing is batshit crazy, but if I had to choose, I feel like one day I have to have a Koenigsegg.
Written in the stars, dude. You are lined up for a Koenigsegg. In the clear coat of this is diamond dust. So it's actually crushed diamond.
Like-
It's quite rare because it's actually two-tone carbon. So it's exposed sort of gray graphite carbon here, conventional exposed black carbon here. Next to the carbon that it's juxtaposing is called Koenigsegg Naked Carbon. And it's a proprietary carbon finish that Koenigsegg developed themselves where they remove any resin or epoxy from it. There's an option where you can have have the entire car in this, and they use literal thousands of pieces of different grain of sandpaper. Okay, so they start off with quite a coarse, and then they go down and down and down, ultra fine by hand, until they start seeing very light black dust on it. And when they know when to stop is when that black dust comes through. If they go any further than that,
How long have you been studying?
ruin that panel like 6 years. Don't go there. Don't go there.
So much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm intimidated.
The door hinge on this is called a dihedral synchrohelix door hinge. And again, I'm not joking, it was a proprietary hinge. I mean, when you see it, you can kind of see that it looks like a Transformer's elbow. It's like the most elaborate door hinge ever.
That is what's made the most sense to me.
It's absolutely nuts, right?
Transformer's elbow.
The reason it does that is because the door opens both outwards and upwards and oscillates in one movement. And so to do that, it needs to have that wild contraption for a hinge. So this shiny stuff under here, that is hand-applied platinum. Okay, so it's like...
It's also here on the trim. So anywhere that you see this, super rare.
On the gas struts to hold up the,
Yeah, this is all platinum.
So
I'm speechless. This is crazy.
something else that's proprietary to Koenigsegg is this thing here called triplex suspension. Opposing cross brace suspension. It optimizes the amount of squat when the car is under like full acceleration. Optimizes the contact patch of the tire at all times with the tarmac, which helps you put all of that power down.
He does this to me a lot, and eventually I get lost in his eyes, and all I see is his lips moving, and I don't even know what he's saying anymore. I know. Unfortunately, he's married. The next two cars we're about to show you, each car is worth more than all the cars combined we've just shown you.
Maybe. Maybe. These are punchy.
No one's selling them.
Market specific.
So what do you think that's worth right now? 6 million?
Yeah, about 6 million.
6 million.
Yeah.
What's this worth?
Similar, maybe.
Call it 5.
Call it 5.
There's no way this is worth the same as this.
No, it's not.
2 for the Centenario.
2 for the Centenario,
We're at
1
13,
for the Gunther.
so we're at 14.
We're at 14.
So
Oh my
14
God, yeah.
million,
It's
and
really-
the car's right over
It really
here.
is, yeah, it really
Each
is.
car is
One on the left is 20.
20 million.
I mean, that's got to be similar ball. I mean, that's
So they're both 20,
17 maybe.
17 million and 20 million. So do you want to start with the $17 million car and then go to the 20 million?
Start with the cheap one.
You ready? I present to you the Pagani Zonda Tricolore.
I don't want to even breathe near it.
When I was sort of growing up in the car scene, so I passed my driver's test in 2004. This is a 2010 car, and the one we're going to show you after this is a 2008 registered car, right? 4 years into really starting to learn cars and appreciate it, these unicorns launched, right? And for me at that time, they were genuine bedroom wall poster cars, like Holy Grail stuff, right?
Holy Grail.
Holy Grail. I've seen different variations of these in isolation in different parts of the world. I've never seen them owned by one person in a private collection. There's only 3 of these that were made. This is the 3rd of 3. It's this particular model, a variation of Zonda, was designed to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Italian Air Force's aerobatics team, hence the tricolore stripe, which they had on their jets. Naturally aspirated AMG V12, I think they're 7.3 litre. The cliche saying of it sounds like an F1 car for the road, but it literally sounds like an F1 car for the road. And it's just a lightweight, pure raw analog driver's car, of which they don't make anything like it today. For me, and this is a controversial statement considering we've just seen that Huayra BC over there, Pagani for me started and ended with these 2 cars.
I agree.
They just peaked so early, and then they came out with a turbocharged car that didn't sound anything like it, and it just wasn't as engaging or exciting. And the world's cottoned on to that, hence the value of these versus the value of that.
We're talking $17 million. There's only 3 of these in the world, and you guys get to see one of them right there.
The one behind you, he's taking to Car Week.
The one behind me.
Yeah,
To Car Week.
Car Week.
The 20 mil car. Another Zonda.
This is a Cinque.
Cinque.
Which is 5. There's 5 coupes and there's 5 roadsters. Just before this car launched, there was a track-only version of the Zonda platform called the Zonda R, and it went down like a storm because it was one of the best sounding cars ever made, and it was super hardcore, purist, like track-focused drivers Zonda. And they took the ethos of that car and they put some number plates on it and put some technology behind it and made it a road version. And that was ultimately part of the reason that the Cinque ended up existing. This is honestly like unicorn stuff, right? And one of the cool things, which is why the Roadster is more valuable, there's this massive air intake up here. But in the Roadster, the air intake finishes a little bit shorter, just over your ears, and you can hear the induction of the engine breathing, right, over your head while it combusts behind you in like an actual Formula One sound. So on this, when you upshift, it makes this like sort of small explosion whip crack noise on top of this high-pitched V12 howl. It's just the most magnificent thing. They don't make anything like it anymore. That's for me why Pagani started and ended with the Zonda, the formula for petrol heads.
Isn't he good at this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you
put me on the spot here, man. You put me on the spot.
Get him and you
I
just
wasn't
turn him
planning
around
this.
and you just wind him up and boom.
Hit the switch and go.
It's amazing. You are truly gifted at speaking the way that you do so eloquently and knowing so much information. Is something I envy because it's not something I will ever be good at because my vocabulary stopped at the beginning of grade 8. And from grade 8 to now, it's actually gone backwards because I also stopped reading. It's almost got like G-Wagon clicking.
Yeah, it does actually. You're right. Which is an achievement for something so light. You know, G-Wagon doors, it's like shutting a barn door.
Yeah.
Whereas that's just like a thin piece of carbon. It's like.
Man, that just blew my mind. I've never heard a Zonda door close. The click is insane. All right, here we go.
Habibi, nice Audi, yeah, Habibi. I love the Audi.
Is this your rental?
No, yeah, this is my rental. But
Where the hell did you get it? Who is dumb enough to give you
the
this?
same guy that put this in the roof.
Put what in the roof? Oh my gosh, this has a sunroof, but still has Starry Night roof liners.
Oh my god.
Elton John owned it previously, must be.
Oh my.
That's a nice Audi.
Yorkie. What's happened? I don't know how you sit in a vehicle with all those guys. Okay, thank you, Dan. Dan's amazing. That's Dan's car collection, by the way. I'd like to preference that Dan was rich at one point when he had 3 Zondas, but he's kind of like, I don't know. Oh man, who gave Nico an Urus? Menace to society in that thing. You see him? I love Nico, but he's a watch guy. He's also a car guy, but he's been a watch guy first. So his driving skills, they're coming, man. We all start somewhere. Welcome to my playground. Woo! All right. This is James' very first time ever being to the block, to the DDHQ.
This is my first time here, man.
Welcome to my playground. Nico, you need
To rent something that's gonna keep up.
Oh, I mean, that's not fair. It's a Senna. Like, they're just fast. What do you think of the sound of it?
Unbelievable. From the outside, it's phenomenal.
Do you like it?
Do you know what? Like, obviously, Senna, when you're in it and driving it, you're only consumed by its performance and how fast it is. But because it lacks in the sound department, just being truthful, it's kind of like a Dyson compared to naturally aspirated stuff. Like, when you've added that element to it, it goes full hypercar then. It's like
The random pops
so good.
on the D-cell, and then
Pops
the
and bangs.
upshift bang. Did you hear the
Massive
bang
whip.
through?
Yeah, dude, it was like he threw a grenade out the back of the car.
Do you see the fire?
Yeah, massive pops and bangs.
Nico, why are you not impressed by any of this?
Listen, I've been here so many. I've heard that car. It's unbelievable, and I'm driving a 6,500 RPM bullshit Audi. I mean, I just all I want is drive that, and I'm like.
I was gonna ask you, like, how is your RSQ8?
Can I just say, listen, this is a dream. A lot of people, like, I've sounded like a dick, whatever.
Oh, we're
but
just joking.
It's not special. It's boring. It's boring. That's what it is.
He gets so
and
serious.
if someone says yours, stick it up your hole.
He gets so serious right now, honestly, everyone's hungry, so it's more hangry. What an awesome first day back. Mia's first day to the HQ. We have so much to do this week. I have some amazing videos for you guys in the context of supercar shopping with this girl, some really cool project updates, and unfortunately, a few fails. And we still do need to address what happened to my SVJ. You are not gonna believe this. Yes, we are friends. I am not tossing your salad, Nico. Not again. You don't know what tossing salad means?
No! Hello, different generation.
Turn the camera